During the 2017 cost of service analysis and rate design, there were 21 letters written by customers to the Utilities Commission on this hearing. Of the 21, 13 came from Kaslo. And Sean Kubara was one of the people who wrote a letter about billing issues and problems. So I'll hand it over to Sean. If you can tell him how long you've been a customer and everything, that would be great, Sean.
I'm in my 69th year. I've lived in Kaslo for 21 years. I've been a customer of Fortis since Fortis moved in the 2000s. Problems started in 2016 after they put in the meters. I requested a manual read meter, radio off meter. The first problem was in the winter of 2016 to 2017. Basically, they underestimated a bill, my January bill, and when, I think it was the January bill, way low, 8 kilowatt hours per day when the previous year it had been 27. And when my March bill came, I got a bill for $521.35. First time I'd ever had block 2 charges. I called them up. They said, oh, it's a cold winter, everybody has high bills, we can help. You could subscribe to our convenient monthly payment plan, and so forth. And I felt like I was being patronized and viewed as a stupid old woman incapable of handling her money. That conversation ended. I went and reviewed my bills and I called back. And I noted that the average kilowatt hours per day for January to March, based on the LM estimate, were put at 60. The average kilowatt hours for the previous year in the same period were 20. They didn't even try to estimate reasonably. Instead, they, the estimate that they did, which underestimated, caused me to have to be bumped into block 2 when they finally read the meter, is what happened. So that was the first time I got a credit totaling $489. I can't tell, but I suspect I never got reimbursed for the manual read fee bill that I was charged, even though I didn't, they didn't read it. The second one happened in the following winter, and it's interesting. Their estimates are bang on with the previous year every time, except when they can make money off it in the winter when everybody's using a lot of power. It happened again the next winter. Every single bill from May of 2017 right through to January of 2018 was estimated, and I was charged a manual read fee for estimating in 3 of those billing periods, but not in January. Based on their estimates, I was once again bumped into block 2 for 2 billing periods spanning November through March. And in April, I got a bill for $884.33, showing $648 in block 2 charges. The meter was finally read in March again. The average kilowatt hours per day for January to March in that winter, 2017 to 2018, in the previous year was 24. What they charged me for based on their estimates in this year, it was 87. You'd think their alarms would go off, but no. So I phoned and I argued my way once again to a credit base of $187 based on recalculating those block 2 charges. And again, I can't find any indication that I was ever refunded the manual read fee for those months in which it was estimated. The third incident involved, I started checking my meter after that. And anytime I got an estimate, I wrote it down. So in August of 2019, I checked and recorded the meter reading because it was estimated. And I noted that no manual read fee was charged. A month later, or a billing period later, at the next bill, I was charged 2 manual read fees. I phoned them up. She said, we did read the meter, just not in time to go on your bill, so we're charging you for it. And I argued with her for quite a long time, saying I paid my bill based on the fact it was estimated and you didn't charge me. And now you're charging me after the fact and telling me that you read it a few days after. So I had to ask to speak to her supervisor again, patronizing. I'm just a stupid old woman, and she was great, the supervisor. She reversed it immediately. By the way, all of these incidents, I have a tenant downstairs. They had the same experience. I got refunds for them as well as myself. That adds up to a lot of money. They were unwilling to hear my legitimate concerns. Instead, I was subjected to advice about how to budget and the ways that Fortis could help me out, like I needed help, given my obvious inability to handle money. I was frustrated, needless to say, and it's a struggle, and it's depressing, and it's really hard on the spirit to have to fight with your own utility, who should be doing it right. Now, I figure either they're incompetent or they're sleazy, and neither one is good. I think I made those points already. Let me just check. Yeah, so, and I don't understand their calculations to this day. I have no idea whether the credits they gave me were accurate. There were two other incidents. My tenant had a baby. They had a baby gate. They estimated, because they claimed there was a locked gate on the deck and they couldn't reach the meter. Then in late fall, after that tenant moved out, 3 burly men in 2 big trucks showed up at my door to turn off the power downstairs. I had not received a bill for a couple of months. I had not received any notice that there was a problem. Nothing. And they came to turn off the power. I talked them out of it, and they started sending me accounts again, and I was able to straighten that out. I think that's it. That's enough problems. I do want to say I resent the fact that I have to spend so much time and energy fighting with a utility that should be doing it right in the first place.